I shared 3 points in my last video, which was the learning curve, associating with others, learning the language that will encourage you to do so, and being willing to try different things. But now, let's start with the three next one, which is the first one is have fun and try to enjoy the process. Why is this so important? Usually, you enjoy doing something and you do it again. You enjoy a show and you don't just watch the first episode, you watch it to the last one, you research about the lives of those characters or actors that were being used, or movie about the band that you like, and you learn so many more things that people that don't enjoy those things as much don't know. Why is that? The power of interest. You have your brain that is so powerful, and when you are studying Spanish and you combine it with things that make it more enjoyable to you, and it can be about surfing. If you enjoy business and you have a favorite business person story of encouragement, then try to research those things in Spanish. And not just research, but making them enjoyable to you. Find different concepts that you have not learned about an activity that you enjoy. Have a different perspective about life that you want to learn from them. You look for that information in Spanish, and you will find out that when you are interested in something and you want to know about it, it's easier. For instance, let's say I want to know about a brand of, let's say, cars that I'm interested about. I love those cars. But the point is that I want to learn Spanish, okay? So if I want to learn Spanish and I dislike so much history, even in my native language, which is not true. I actually love history in real life. But for the sake of this example, let's say there is history that I don't enjoy. Why would I start studying Spanish and perhaps they're telling me something that will get me bored right away and I need to learn Spanish? When I can actually take this brand of cars that I like, maybe Koenigsegg, those are supercars. If you know about it, you know about it. And these Ferraris, more famous, the car goes this amount of miles per second or per hour. So how do I learn these phrases? And yes, you might be able to use those experiences to speak to people about the things you like. But more important than that, you're making it more enjoyable, and your brain would like that. It will retain it better. You can recall that information better when you need it. And when you learn about things you like, you are able to form the ability to speak, to form sentences, and you would be much better able to communicate with other people in a variety of subjects. You might not know all the words about it, but then that's the beauty of learning. That you don't need to know it all. You only need to know what to start with so that you can start speaking. And as you hear people, oh, what did you say? Oh, what does that mean? Then they will start telling you, and you will start learning and forming connections, or being able to do whether the business, the life changes that you want, and being able to meet new people, which you will be grateful for, to help you in this journey, which most likely they will be happy to. Now, why learn Spanish? You are somebody who are wondering, I want to learn Spanish always, but why? Like, I don't have like a good reason to do. Well, you might be able to win a lot. Just think about the many things that you have been able to do. Meet people, thanks to the ability of speaking, even very important things like getting married or finding friends, and even doing things like talking to your doctor, talking to basically anything that you can think of, whether hobbies, interests, or very professional life basic necessities in your own language. When you add another language, not only you are able to enjoy a whole different spectrum of things, like a whole reality that you didn't know existed, but you are able to connect with people Maybe if you like to help, to volunteer, you can help them in their native language. Just like English is clear to you, that will be clear for them, and that will make you feel so much better to know that you are using something that you've worked for in order to be able to be successful and help others, connect with others, make friends, learning about their culture, their lives in a way that you've never imagined before. So, thanks to speaking English, I have been able to meet with people that I would have never been able to meet and know them as they are in their native language. And I'm so grateful that I did, including my wife and many, many other friends and business professionals that I had great opportunities. But also in Spanish, you can meet people, you can improve, you can learn about different topics, you can learn about a different culture and enjoy many different activities. In especially relocating to another country like Costa Rica, you will be able to see and experience life in a very different way than those that don't speak the language are not able to. So the opportunities are many. And then one small tip: if you are thinking about coming to Costa Rica and or another country, and or even a location where you know there will be Spanish people, family, friends, meaning you're going to a gathering where you will be with some people that might speak Spanish. Maybe the only thing you need is to be able to say a greeting like, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Preparation may look like staying in your car for 3 minutes, or even less, and look up. How do you say this phrase? Depending on the activity. If you are into a gathering that is medicine related, you can say a phrase that you know that your colleagues would appreciate. But if you are in Costa Rica and you want to learn a phrase in a different situation, what is the party about? If it's a celebration in a specific, you can even learn to say to which, the person that is getting married, like, I wish you well or something like that. Te deseo lo mejor. And that can be so valuable. So sometimes we think about, oh, I don't know, and just think about all the things we don't know. Well, saying just a small greeting can be so powerful. Even at the end of a business meeting or a session with somebody who speaks English, but that their native language is Spanish, and just saying gracias. And yes, gracias, it's thank you, but that applies to other keywords that you might think about that just within a couple minutes. And of course, if it's a business meeting and you can take the time to practice for 30 minutes, a few sentences, and definitely, instead of thinking, no, I'm not going to do anything about it, remember that you can prepare a little bit and that phrase or couple words that you learn. And of course, if you have more time to prepare, like 2-3 months before a trip, before a month before a meeting, then that is, also going to help you a whole lot. But the preparation I was talking about is that one, prepared to help yourself a little more, but also even in small things such as 5 minutes before joining a gathering. And that can be a very helpful thing, that something is better than nothing. Thank you so much for the time you spent with me. I hope this, remember to comment, share with others, because they will really like to hear from you. And as you speak, you are helping yourself, but also you are helping others. Maybe you are doing it just to helping others, but it will help you as well to express, to make sense of this information. And this can be very intimidating, but at the end of the day, I believe in you, I trust in you. You know you can do it, or you want to do it, and you're definitely able to do it with some support, with advice, with the support of others. Thank you and have a beautiful day.